Welcome to podcast numero cuatro. That means number 4.
Does it?
Today we have Michaela.
Hello.
With us. My gal, my lady.
Aw.
My other
gal.
half.
That's cute.
Love you.
Love you.
Okay. That's nice. We touch pinkies. It's
That's
what
our
we
thing.
do. It's what we do. So, we went to see Get Out the other day.
Yes, we did.
Did you like that?
It was amazing, I thought. Especially the ending.
Yeah, it won't ruin the movie for you, but
It was pretty good.
Rotten Tomatoes gave it 100.
That's pretty rare, isn't it?
That's a big tomato. No, but they did well. Peele, what is his name? Jordan Peele, is it? Is that his name?
I just know it's called Key and Peele.
Okay, well, the Peele
Is it
guy.
Key and Peele?
Mr. Peele, I guess, was
Jordan?
the executive producer
Oh,
of
the
movie.
funny guy?
Yeah. Did you know that?
No.
So
I thought I saw it on the credits and was
he
like, is that the same
created, this was from his mind, and then I read an article on Facebook, I don't know if it was real or not because there's so much fake news, but I read an article on Facebook that he this was about a social demon, and he brought the interracial idea into it.
It's pretty cool.
And he wants to make more horror films based off of social
Yeah,
demons
I
for whatever
saw
that's worth.
in the opening credits the last name Peele and was wondering if it was him.
It
So
is.
now, yeah.
It's cool how he went from comedy to something way more serious.
I didn't expect that from him.
He's not acting in it, but it's very good.
Remember that movie with the little gangster cat that we never saw?
I watched it. I
Oh,
think,
you saw
on
it?
Showtime.
Oh,
Something like that.
yeah.
Pretty good. I saw
I've
most of
only
it.
seen funny things from him.
The whole thing is funny, yeah. I liked that movie, Keanu.
Yeah, that.
So, and then we were just watching, right before this podcast actually, Naked and Afraid.
Yeah, it's good.
Which I joke around with my boss all the time about doing the show Naked and Afraid.
I'm just thinking of scrotum sex right now.
Yeah, well,
You tell him about the dog.
my boss's dog's scrotal sac was enlarged because he got, neutered or spayed or whatever for a little bit later after the recommended date. And he's doing well, though.
Sorry I interrupted you about him and Naked and Afraid.
Yeah, so Naked and Afraid is a great show, and we were watching it before, and 2 people were out in Alabama.
Yeah. North America, which had the most deadly rattlesnake. One of the most.
And they had coyotes at night, and
The rain. Talk about the rain.
yeah, it was raining ridiculous there. They said on the bottom in a pop-up that Alabama has seen 35 inches of rain in one day.
That's insane.
One day.
And then it was raining and it was 57 degrees, and then next day it was 91 and hot as balls.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
People down south get 1 inch of snow, and it's chaos.
Yeah, my cousin lives in North Carolina, and if there's even a slight flurry, everything in the whole town is called off. School's closed because they don't have the equipment that we have here in New York, New Jersey area.
It takes 6 inch plus of worth of snow at least, and it has to be more towards the foot for schools to consider closing here, or icy. It has to be icy.
Yeah, it's so dangerous here.
We don't like ice.
Well, my boss,
Don't like ice.
we had a blizzard here a week or 2 ago. He got in a car accident. I never told you.
Really?
Yeah, he hit a curb. It's very dangerous in the snow over here.
Gotta be careful out there.
Yeah.
Alright, well, let's get a little more into what we actually wanted to talk about for this podcast.
We're so distracted.
I know. So, wanted to talk a little bit more about music. I said in the last podcast with Carellington that we would talk more about music with Michaela. Music time with Michaela.
Quickies with Mikki is what you wanted to call it at first.
That was the wrong pun.
Yeah, it was.
Anyway, you wanted to...
We
wanted to. Did you like the new Big Sean Eminem song?
Not really.
I mean...
I like hearing Eminem, but he's not like he used to be.
lost his touch, but it's, I guess that happens,
my favorite of all time is Cleaning Out My Closet by him.
It's a good one.
Cleaning Out the Closet, whatever it's called, because it's just so raw and
I'd go with anger. Stan or...
No, that one's good too.
I Am. Is that the name of that song?
Something like
I
that.
am whatever you say I am.
And I also like Kim from his really old, like...
That was a little crazy.
I just like really raw music where you can see, like, the anger or, like, the passion in them. Like something, you know what I mean?
Yeah. What do you think about Chance the Rapper winning Album of the Year, was it this year, for hip-hop?
No, I think he's good. I haven't really listened to his recent stuff, but I like him. Do you?
It just goes back to that conversation. I like Chance the Rapper, but I feel like if Chance the Rapper is winning Album of the Year, not that he didn't deserve it, but what happened to the hip-hop game from when we were younger to now, where Chance the Rapper is the top of the game?
Yeah.
He's great, but when we were younger, we grew up on people like Biggie and Tupac.
My mom grew up on Biggie and Tupac.
I grew up on Biggie and Tupac.
Yeah, but, like, they were, like, fully alive when my parents...
Yeah, when did he die? 95? I was 6.
I was born in 95.
And then Biggie died
I still
shortly
know
thereafter.
a lot about him. My sister, who's 15 years old, me and my mom got a Spotify, and my sister, who's 15, was setting it up for her. My mom's like, put Biggie Smalls in it. And my 15-year-old sister's like, the Notorious B.I.G, is that it?
Unreal.
She didn't even know, like, who he is.
These kids nowadays, they don't understand music.
Yeah, it's kind of sad. And she's like, it's not my generation.
But it is. I still know kids.
It's not really my generation. I'm 21 years old, but I know about.
Yeah, I think Pac and Biggie are those type of rappers that if you enjoy rap music, you're going to find them and you're going to love them at some point. Everybody goes through that. I don't want to hear the argument of who's better. They were both amazing in different ways.
You're amazing.
Wow. You're amazing. I love you.
Love you.
Well, again, level of today's stars, like the music quality is fantastic. We come up with really good quality music nowadays. But the content and the people making the music aren't what they were when we were younger.
Now, some of those songs on Big Sean's new album are amazing and really super catchy.
I'm sure they are.
I love it. But that one with Eminem wasn't my favorite.
But really good flows. I mean, of course.
Eminem is like one of the fastest flows. Yeah. But not like his old stuff.
What do you think? I've thought about this a lot. If Pearl Jam or...
We love Pearl Jam.
Or Eminem, like when he first came out today, like a band like Pearl Jam or an Eminem drops today.
That's what I want. I want like a cool rock band right now that I could listen to, like the Rolling Stones or like Pearl Jam. Like, where is that?
But do you think that they'd be big stars in today's musical climate?
No. It's hot. Like,
it's unfortunate.
It's all about pop and right now.
But
everyone's like Beyonce and her twins.
But who's making those rules? Do we just have a bunch of zombies and like robots on Earth where most people just follow the trends? The trends that... My question is, who's creating the trends? Rich record company owners that just want to make a quick buck? Because that music nowadays is okay. Some of it I like.
It is still passionate and raw to those artists.
I think country is still...
Yeah,
to its core. Yeah. I think they're still working.
I don't really listen to country.
I don't either, but I think that they still have like their core fans, and they're doing the same things they were doing when I was younger.
And they still have their CMAs.
But, it's nice. But like, I feel like hip hop now is nowhere like what it was when I was younger, and in a good way and a bad way.
What were we listening to? We were on the trail walking, and we were listening to old.
Will Smith.
Yeah, Will Smith.
But, he's just fun to listen to.
Parents just don't understand.
Well, not the best rapper, but fun to listen to.
No, it was, fun.
Bands like Pearl Jam, there's nothing like that anymore.
The album we've been listening to is 10.
Do you think grunge can make a comeback, though? Or are we done with it? Or is everything cyclical?
It's an acquired taste.
It's interesting. Nirvana and Pearl Jam are acquired taste to you?
To me, people our age like them, but the younger generation, it's all about Beyonce, Taylor Swift.
That's unfortunate.
And that's what is...
It's unfortunate.
Going to be really super popular.
What happened?
It's going to go by the generation right now, and that's 15, 16-year-olds, you know? That's what they like. They don't like grunge. They like, you know.
It's sad, to be honest with you. What happened to bands like Blink-182 or Linkin Park or POD?
Do you want to say the concerts we're going to coming up or want to go to?
Well, we're definitely going to the Dave Matthews and Tim Reynolds concert.
Yeah, that's going to
exciting.
We went to Dave Matthews. Where was it? Jones Beach?
Mm-hmm.
That was really cool.
And
you went the year before that, so you went 2 years in a row, and now we're going to go see him.
I saw him 3 years in a row.
No, 2.
I think it was 3.
No, you went alone without me, and then you saw him together with me.
So it was only 2 times.
And we're going to go a third
This
when
is
he's
the
with
third.
Tim Reynolds. That's going to be more intimate, because it's just like the 2 of them. It's not the whole band.
Should be exciting.
So that'll be really dope.
But I am going to miss Carter, the drummer, and I'm gonna miss Boyd Tinsley.
On his violin.
And I'm gonna miss Stefan Lassard
on his bass guitar.
I'm gonna miss those guys. And I don't know the name, unfortunately, of the
saxophonist, because he's
not the original, but
I
I forgot his name. Look it up. I don't want to.
But
I'll look it up later.
Even
when I got more time.
Just him with Tim Reynolds is going to be really
Oh, they're
cool.
fantastic together. I can't wait to see it. It's the first time we'll actually just see
exciting.
the 2 of them.
It'll be more intimate.
They had a show somewhere, I think in the Caribbean, somewhere like that. Remember I was telling you about that?
Yeah.
But it was like $5,000 for 3 nights to see him on the play by the beach.
I was looking up Pearl Jam tickets, or if they're touring, and I saw VIP $2,000.
Yeah, no, it's ridiculous.
Because they're so classic from '90s, like you can't even go see them without spending so much money now. And my aunt, you know, back when she was growing up in the '60s, she could just go see the Stones for free, like walking up to, like, you know, they'd be playing outside in the city, and she could just go watch them for free.
That's wild. I'm sure there's still people you could see for free and catch them on the upswing.
It's just so different now with money and everything.
I just feel like there's not many rock bands doing like garage parties anymore.
No.
I mean, maybe there are. I don't know who they are, and I don't hear about them.
Like, we've been listening to Sum 41, Blink-182. We want to go to... Well, we went to Incubus last year, and what... Jimmy Eat World,
Jimmy Eat World is opening up for them this year, and I think that would be dope because it's pretty close to the Dave Matthews concert. And we've seen them both before, but, you know, I personally love both of them. I know you love Dave
I know
Matthews
the classic songs by Jimmy Eat
Incubus.
World and the classics by Incubus.
I only know, like, one Jimmy Eat World song.
Yeah.
But I like them. They're cool. I like to see them. I like live music. Something about sitting in a crowd of 20, 30,000 people that just love the same shit you do.
Yeah, it's really nice.
It is nice. You remember, we wanted to talk about, too, like, MTV's back in the day.
Oh, the Unplugged.
Unplugged. I think...
Do they still do that, though?
Listen, even if they do it still, it's not... I feel like it's not
It's
as...
not a thing.
Big, like, I would be seeing cool commercials about it if it was still a big thing for, like, upcoming bands or very established bands.
Yeah.
What are they...
And we watched Alanis Morissette. Is that how you say her last name?
Yeah, I think so.
She was really dope on that Unplugged. Just such raw talent.
You know, I played that for Carl, and I feel like he thought it was not... I think his exact quote was, "It's not bad, it's weird." And I think that's a good way to explain that song we were listening to, called "I Was Hoping."
Yeah.
I think that it's not bad, it's good, but it's weird.
Describe how she spoke about playing music. She said, I feel really close to God whenever, like, that's the closest I feel to heaven and God is when I'm playing music. And I thought it was really cool that she said that live.
Green hair, real weirdo. She's a weirdo in a good way.
Gucci Mane.
She's a weirdo in a good way.
I like her a lot. My mom always blasted her albums in the car growing up.
I mean, she did, though, an Unplugged or whatever, or she did something similar. Anyway, a lot of these people, though, back then had, you know, big followings and, like, they were huge artists. We had so many of them to choose from. So many cool, different things going on. I think the music industry is saturated, the word?
I like music that tells a story. And her, like, stories are about addiction and eating disorders or, like, you know, stuff like that. I like storytelling music. That's what I relate to. I don't know what you like.
No, I do. I mean, like, if you go back to rap, when Eminem put Stan out.
Yeah.
That was an amazing story.
Yeah, exactly. And the video is dope, too.
Yeah, but rap nowadays, I mean, I feel like...
It's still good. Like, Drake's great.
Yeah, I mean...
But is it what it used to be?
Here's the thing. When I grew up, not grew up. When I was a teenager, G-Unit was a huge...
G-Unit?
With, 50 and Lloyd Banks and Young Buck and Tony Yayo.
Buck.
Tony Yayo, the Talk of New York. And I think that, I still was... When I was younger, I still heard... Not a teen, but when I was young, I heard Biggie, I heard Pac. I listened to Jay-Z a little bit. And Lil Wayne and all those people. And, like... I feel like what we have now is great. Quality is great, but does it compare to the people? I mean, did we... Again, I asked Carl this in the last thing, like... Did we just love shit when we were younger? Because when you're younger, you're more open to loving and peace and understanding and cool things. And, like,
right.
You just get stuck in your ways and you get older and you like what you like and it isn't what's out now. Is that what happened to us?
Or do some people just want, like, one type of music? Like, you just like country. You just like rap. So you don't have that acquired palette of music like me and you have. Like, me and you, we could listen to absolutely anything and enjoy it. That's the type of music listeners we are,
let me stress that I love music nowadays. I really do. I'm not bashing music nowadays.
No, it's great.
But I like to reflect on what we had when we were younger, and like even before I was born, I still listen to way more of the music that came out before my time or while I was young than I listen to current music as I got older.
For me, my mom introduced every type of music for me. Like, she would blast Biggie Smalls in the car. She would blast Tupac in the car. She would blast Alanis, Fiona Apple, and that's how I got, like, love every type of music that I do. At only 21, I know about all these, like, artists from back when we were younger,
Mm-hmm. No, look, music, I feel like music used to be bad. I feel like if those artists that I grew up on came out now with today's technology and today's...
Would it be popular?
Well, would it be popular, and how great would it sound, though, in today's quality?
Yeah, amazing.
It would have sounded even better than I thought it was.
I don't know if it would even get popular, which is sad.
I'd love to think that if, like, Biggie came out today with Hypnotize, that would be a club banger.
Yeah. Banger.
But, I talk to people who really do love rap and study rap, and they don't...
I'm talking about, I don't think
so.
Grunge would be popular right now.
But why not? Like, I could see high schoolers falling back in love with, like, grunge-type parties and, like, just rocking out. People are growing their hair out again. We got hipsters floating the earth and shit. Like, I feel like grunge comes out and, like, a cool person like Eddie Vedder or the guy... from Nirvana, what's his name, Kurt Cobain. I feel like if somebody came out now like that and just...
I think we need someone like that.
We absolutely do. I
hope someone... I really hope.
I just, I went to one of those Battle of the Bands, is that what that's called? Like a bunch of rock people. They still do that?
They did it when I was like 15, 16.
I feel like that was fun. People should still do that.
I went to one too.
And it shouldn't just be a teenage thing, it should be like an adult thing. Like, I think, like, we should hear rock bands. We should get the opportunity to just hear them play and rock out at shows.
Yeah.
I'd have fun with that. And, like, switch genres. Go to, like, boy bands. Remember, we had Backstreet Boys and NSYNC.
And now it's One Direction.
Yeah.
Which
isn't bad.
People love One Direction. That's good for you. I don't judge.
And I think they're huge.
Like.
They're huge.
They're amazing, obviously, from where they came from, how Simon Cowell put them together, right?
I don't love their music, but people love them.
I personally don't. I don't judge you.
Super popular.
Them,
I don't like.
Is that our NSYNC and Backstreet Boys?
It's what we have nowadays.
Is that the comparison?
Again, I think Justin Timberlake too. Like he
did a good performance.
Crossed
that
over
one
very
of the last
well.
things, yeah.
I didn't watch that actually. The Grammys.
Yeah, it was good.
Was it the Grammys?
Oh, jinx.
Buy me a pizza.
Coke.
I want pizza. Get it done.
You and your voices.
Get it done.
Carl has had a big effect on you.
No, well,
recently
listen,
with these voices.
We grew up with this, and it's like engraved. Well, whatever we went through with who we worked with and what we've done in life so far, it's engraved in our minds. It's affected us. It's done a lot of damage.
Yeah.
Now I'm doing damage control. Get used to it.
He has not stopped in this voice.
Get used to it.
The entire night.
Get used to it. But, going back to music, I think everything repeats itself. I think grunge will come back one day. I don't know when, but I think it's going to make a major comeback one day. I'm wearing 70s...
glasses.
That 70s show glasses.
Yeah. Everything's coming back right now. My sister, 15-year-old, is wearing jackets with patches all over them right now.
Tell them about the Crocs.
Oh, yeah.
Tell them about the Crocs.
She's like, Crocs are popular right now because it was kind of like a joke, and like now they're coming back, and like...
Tell them who wears Crocs all the time.
Ryan wears Crocs all the time.
Every day, hustling.
I bought Ryan a couple pairs that have like really cool designs, like hamburgers on them. And you have ones that are red, white, and blue, and you have ones with weird
Crocs.
characters.
Wear them all the time.
They're comfortable.
What about record players? They're making a comeback.
Yeah, I saw that too on YouTube.
Everybody's buying records.
Yeah.
I buy records. I used to buy records. I got a Michael Jackson record right here on the shelf.
You had a record player when I first met you, but we had to throw it away because we couldn't
find
find a needle anywhere.
I could have probably ordered online. I want a new player, a portable player.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
I would like that. And patches.
Yeah, I said
you
that
were telling me. I love patches, and I think they're going to... These are things that were popular before.
I know, but like, before it got popular, my cousin from North Carolina was like ironing on his own patches, like before it came back. And now everyone's wearing, like, they're selling them like that now. It's just, everything's coming back. Everything makes a comeback. Tattoos,
I think, are very popular in our generation.
You're covered with tattoos if you didn't know. A fun fact about Ryan.
I wouldn't be shocked. A pop-up video. I wouldn't be shocked if bell-bottoms come back one day. I'd rock some bell-bottoms.
No, I was watching The Bachelor the other day, and one of the girls had bell-bottoms on.
Tell me Nick's wearing the bell-bottoms.
Who?
Tell me Nick's wearing the bell-bottoms.
Nick's?
Nick.
Who's Nick?
Isn't he the Bachelor?
Oh, yeah. I couldn't understand you in that voice. Wow.
But I think...
No, it was a girl wearing them.
I talked to one of my friends about this, and he said, I think society is so quick to get bored with things because we're always on our phones, always clicking the next video, always looking for the next best thing. A song nowadays, no matter how much effort you put into it, I mean, the radios might play it for a long time, but really it's a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks that people love it, and it's on to the next thing.
I get so bored with the radio. That's why we are still old school, Ryan and I, and we make mix CDs still. Well, our cars don't really have the technology.
Cassette players. Remember cassette players?
That's what I grew up
on. You hit record right there off the radio.
An old school shaggy little BMW with blue shag on the inside growing up with a cassette player that we would have to put little tapes in and, wind them up like, with a little pencil.
I remember.
And that's how my mom would play some of our music.
Mixtapes.
And me and you are still making mix CDs.
I want to make a mixtape again. I want a cassette player tomorrow. We're going to go to Target. See if they got any of those cassette players left. So, yeah. I mean, again, society, I think that people are continuously just getting bored, moving on. We pick up trends, we drop trends, we pick up trends again. I think that's how life goes.
Yeah. Just like choker necklaces for all the ladies out there, those are coming back right now. Those were a big thing.
Oh, the ladies.
And I guess 90s and early 2000s, everyone was wearing chokers, and now they're back again. I just bought one the other day. They're dope. I like choker necklaces.
We didn't mention Janis Joplin before. I feel like she was
she's part of the 27 Club.
Interesting character.
Yeah.
Me and Carl were looking it up the other day. Tupac died. We just wanted to verify. I think I said 25 or 27. He was 25. That dude looked like he was in his 40s in some of the later pictures he took.
Really?
Just the maturity of his look was insane. Like, he already lived more than...
Like, wiser. Maybe not wise, but...
Let's just say this. At 25 years old, he already made a year of $60 million off music.
Wow.
And movies.
It's sad that he was.
I'm 27, And this dude did more in 25 years than, my grandparents did when they were 92.
No,
Seriously.
Yeah,
I mean, more accolades
I know,
of what he's done.
It's nuts.
In 25 years.
You said 60 mil?
60 million, I think I heard in a documentary. He made it in 1 year. I mean, people are making that nowadays, too. But it's just crazy. It's just wild.
You're wild and crazy.
Wild and crazy kids. I think, we talked about DMB before, Dave Matthews and all that. Mm-hmm. Like, live shows, they're never going out of style. There's something about it. He's one of
the best live performers I've seen, and I've seen a lot. I've seen Lil Wayne perform live. He's great. Now I've seen Dave Matthews perform. Incubus was okay, but Dave Matthews was, on another level.
Yeah.
And what band were you researching that, they just sucked live and they had, $30 tickets? What is it?
Third Eye Blind.
Yeah.
Great songs when I was younger.
Yeah.
But they really, and the comments were just I can't even watch this, it hurts.
That's sad.
Because I don't know what happened to them, but they didn't sound good in recent.
What were some of their popular ones?
Don't put me on the spot here.
That lands my friend.
I don't know, was it?
I think so.
There were a few songs I did like, and I wanted to go see
Semi-Charmed Life?
Semi-Charmed Kind of Life. Yeah. Or I think it's called Semi-Charmed Life.
Something like that.
Anyway, but if bands are good, and if you can go to, not even just a band, if a rapper or R&B singer or whatever is good, that shit's never going to get old. Mm-hmm. Live shows are great. Third Eye Blind.
But some people just suck live.
Some people suck live.
And Pearl Jam, personally, we were talking about them earlier, I like them better live.
They're better. They're 100% better live.
Especially 1993, was it? Their Unplugged that we were talking about is one of the best live music sessions I've ever listened to, and I never get sick of that.
I'd be willing to pay. I mean, Pearl Jam tickets, I know they're going for crazy money. I'd be willing to pay $200 a ticket for a Pearl Jam show. I mean, I really do like them. I don't even know if that's the going rate, but I'm willing to pay $200 to $300 a ticket because I think they're that good if I got the chance to go. I don't want to spend that much money on tickets to a concert, but they're really that good.
They're great.
I don't know how strong he is nowadays with his vocals.
Well, I told you I was looking up, I think it was 2014 or something, and he still had all those high notes. And he's, I think, in his 50s now.
Great. That's great for him.
Eddie Vedder.
Eddie. Put a show on. Make it good.
Oh my God, this voice.
Make it good. These people are paying
He's not gonna stop with
These
this
people
voice.
are paying $300 a seat. Make it good. I miss Blockbusters.
Yeah, my mom used to take me, and I remember a memory as a child renting The Parent Trap and bringing it home and watching it.
It's wild.
And what is it called? The Secret Garden?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I got that from Blockbuster.
We have that on DVD. But, it made a date night out of it for people. If you're going with your boyfriend or girlfriend, or, if you're going with your parents, it's like a family night.
Yeah, it was so fun.
And it's you had to get out of your house, get fresh air, mostly, let's picture in the summertime. Let me paint the little picture.
And now
summertime, you go to the store, you pick out something, you get some popcorn.
Aww.
You get to spend quality time with your family doing something.
And now everyone's on demand.
And now everybody's on demand or an iPad or whatever in their own respective rooms.
Technology is taking over.
Nobody even talks to each other. I walk the city streets and everybody's on their phone or looking down.
It's sad.
I was one of the only people looking up, I felt like.
I want to enjoy life right now. I'm in that stage where I just want to soak everything in and live it to its fullest.
I want to breathe fresh air.
That's how I feel.
I want to wake up to the birds chirping.
This voice.
I really do. I want to wake up to the birds chirping like we did in Maine.
Yeah, we went to Maine for a vacation, and it was just so quiet in a good way. Because we're used to, more city style of life compared to Maine.
Maybe I'm old school, but I feel like we collectively are ruining great things all the time for the convenience of saving a little bit of time. And sometimes I think that the quote-unquote saving time, I think that they're wrong. For a Blockbuster, from that going to demand, you're saving time, but you're missing out on more family time with each other.
Yeah.
Maybe a little more fun instead of just say, oh, we're going to put it on demand and just, like, play it.
Yeah.
And then, like, what the hell
Movie
is that?
night.
What happened to movie night? What happened to movie theaters?
Theaters are still popular.
They're still They're getting more popular.
I want to go to a drive-in theater. I've never been to one.
Hence the trends.
That used to be very popular. Drive-in theaters, we should bring that back.
I 100% agree with you.
But
it's only a
somewhere.
seasonal thing around here because it gets so cold.
So cold.
So
talk about the temperature changes around our area.
Going from 71 degrees to 38 degrees.
One day it's 70, and then today it was in like 38.
Unbelievable.
It's crazy.
Unreal. Unreal. So
You're unreal.
Before we wrap up today, I did want to... I get compared a lot to Seth Rogan. I think on my looks and the way I sound sometimes. Mm-hmm. Not so much the voice, but people call me Seth Rogan.
No, if you saw a picture of Ryan, you could see the resemblance.
Like maybe I'm a cousin of Seth Rogan.
Ryan's more attractive, but...
Seth Rogan is a cool dude. Anyway,
no, he's cool.
I just caught a Tyler, the Creator interview with Seth Rogan. And first of all, I'm a huge Tyler, the Creator fan. I've been since Odd Future, Wolfgang Kill Them All was just coming up.
You introduced me to him, and
I was a big fan.
I like him because he's really unique.
I was a big fan I listened to the Bastard CD he put out. Well, it was like a free download, and fantastic. Very dark, disgusting, grungy rap music, and it was just very good.
Yeah, he is grungy for rap.
Yeah, and especially when he first came out, he used to talk about more personal stuff. You went to a concert
too, right?
I did see him in concert. He opened for A$AP Rocky. But he didn't bring out the whole Odd Future clique, I don't think. But he definitely is cool. Anyway, I think he's a great interviewer. I think that could be his job. If he ever wanted, like, he's a perfect...
I've never seen him interview someone.
I think I'll show you this one later. It's a very raw interview with Seth Rogen, and
that's cool.
He was talking about they were talking about if the movie theaters died out, if we just get demand stuff, then we're the budgets of movies are going to be terrible. They're not going to spend a lot of money on movies because they're not making as much as they used to for a blockbuster film. And I thought that was interesting. And, Seth Rogen is nowadays, he's probably the best producer of comedy stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, he's up there. He's a genius with that shit. And he talked about how he came from Canada and he moved here to try out for that Freaks and Geeks show.
Oh, yeah. I've seen a few episodes
And he got the part, and I think it was only a season. And they, now it's interestingly enough, a lot of people weren't watching that show on TV back then. But now it's on Netflix because nowadays it's very popular.
Because of him, probably.
Well, because of him, but people liked the show. People go back and watch it now, and they actually really liked it.
My aunt tried to get me to watch that 10 years ago.
I watched it.
It's really popular.
I was young though, and I want to watch it again. We started it.
Yeah, we did.
And it's very good. But
relatable.
He also said that many things that this is what struck me and kind of got me motivated. He said many things that entertain us don't need to be, that they don't need big budgets. You can make $1 million product for very low money. Mm-hmm. He's it really does. It's just about who's making something. So I have some ideas for some things I want to do, movies or short films, and I think I'm going to try them. And Carl
have to get
and
them
I
to
were
the
into
right
that
person.
idea. Yeah, and if
the right person sees them, and you're.
But I'm saying if we film them low budget and put it out there and people think it's great, it's just interesting. I took that from him. I think he's a great guy. I don't get insulted whatsoever. I love Seth Rogen. I aspire to be like Seth Rogen in the respect of his success. And plus, he's married and happy, and seems like a genuine, humble guy. It's my kind of guy.
Sounds like you.
It's my kind of guy.
Genuine and humble.
My kind of guy. Anything. Anyway, so...
Is this it?
That's pretty much it.
Is this the end?
We went over time. I usually try to keep things at 25 minutes.
We went 35.
We're about 35 minutes. So...
This was not a quickie with Mikki today.
Maybe it was I don't know. But thank you for listening. Please comment, subscribe. Thank you, Mikki, for joining me.
Thanks for having me.
Everybody have a good night.
Night.